1, 2, 3, 2 more. 1, 2. Adults to 30 minutes activity daily. Love your body, treat your body right. Vegetables, make sure you eat plenty. Children do 60 minutes activity daily. Drink some water when you feel thirsty. Cut down dessert and have a smoothie. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Listen up. Make sure you know your health status. Go a doctor and get a regular checkup. Chronic disease can slowly creep up. We can lower the risk and live up if we just eat right and get moving. Jumping, running, dancing or skipping. Change the children, them lazy habit. Make them play out the door and put down the tablet. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Jamaica, get moving. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. After 2, make me hear you say I love me. 1, 2. I love me. 1, 2. I love me. 1, 2. I love me. After 2, make me hear you say I love me. 1, 2. I love me. 1, 2. I love me. 1, 2. I love me. Jamaicans, love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Jamaica, get moving. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Listen up.
Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right.
Lord, I'm ready. Lord, I'm ready. I'm ready. Through the dark, you shine your light so I could see. Even when I was down on my knees, you said, make you free. Lord, you bring my shield from my enemies. In your loving home, that's where I got to be. To stay within your grace for the rest of my day. Lord, I'm ready for your calling. I know you will let me when I'm falling. With all the obstacles that's in my way, you move them all away. Lord, I'm ready for your calling. I know you will let me when I'm falling. With all the obstacles that's in my way, oh gosh, you move them all away. Lord, I turn to you when I'm in need. Your love is just like the air I breathe. Heavenly Father, you're truly a friend indeed. There is so much that I got to say. I could go on about you every day. Your name I will always praise for the rest of my days. Rest of my days. Rest of my days. Heavenly Father, yeah. Lord, I'm ready for your calling. I know you will let me when I'm falling. With all I'm falling, with all the obstacles that's in my way. You move them all away. Lord, I'm ready for you calling. I know you will let me when I'm falling. With all the obstacles that's in my way, you move them all away.
Jamaica.
Best decision ever.
Feel the sand between your toes and the gentle waves of the sea on your skin. Feel the warm Jamaican breeze lift your spirits and nourish your soul. Escape to exactly what makes your heart beat. You will love every moment. Jamaica, heartbeat of the world. Let's go.
Sorrows, questions for tomorrow. There's been time I didn't know right from wrong, but in every situation, God gave me consolation that my trials come to make me strong. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His words. I've been to lots of places, seen so many faces. There were times I felt so all alone, but in my lonely hours, special hours, Jesus let me know that I am His own. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His words. Thank God for the mountains, thank Him for the valleys, thank Him for the storms He brought me through. 'Cause if I didn't have problems, I wouldn't know that God could solve them. I wouldn't know what faith in God could do. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff that comfort me. Though the wicked will come upon me to eat up my flesh, they will stumble and fall. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to put my trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to put my trust in God. Through it all, I've
for your best life. Do it. Go check your HIV status. Do it. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me I tell yourself it, do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom. Coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect and protect your profile. Be your own fan, do it for your best life. Do it for your best life. Do it. Don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time. Do it for your best life. Do it.
What is to be will be. Come me just a come. Come me just a come. And me no want no botheration. Come me just a come. Come me just a come. And me no want no botheration. Come me just a come. Me said that come, me just a come. No want no botheration. Oh, come me just a come. Come me just a come. And me no want no botheration. To hear Jordan roll, roll Jordan roll, roll Jordan roll. I want to go to heaven when I die, just to hear River Jordan roll. In the bosom of Abraham, rock my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, oh, rock my soul. Rock my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, rock my soul. In the bosom of Abraham, oh, rock my soul. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, to carry me home. One bright morning, when this life is over, I fly away home to her home on God's celestial shore. Fly away home. Fly away home to glory. Fly away home. When I die, hallelujah, by and by. to glory. Fly, fly away home. When I die, glory, hallelujah, by and by. Fly away home. Fly away home. I will fly, fly, yeah, fly away home. I will fly, I will fly away home.
Ever wanted to share what you know about a crime, but were too afraid? At Crime Stop, we make it easy for you to report on crimes safely and 100% anonymously. All it takes is 4 simple steps. First, contact the tip line at 311 or visit www.crimestop.org or www.311tips.com. Then share what you know anonymously with one of our trained counselors. Any information related to criminal activity is accepted. We don't want to know your identity. We don't record calls or use star 69, and there is no way of tracing tips over the phone or online. You'll also be given a file number for your tip. Next, track the progress of your tip by calling our tip line at 311 and quoting your file number. Finally, if your tip leads to success, you will be eligible for a cash reward. Rewards will be paid out upon request through a trusted disbursement agency with verification process to ensure that your identity remains hidden. Share what you know anonymously. Contact Crime Stop today.
Amazing grace, how sweet, sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. First believe. Are you with me? So amazing grace, how sweet, sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. Through many dangers, joy and sneers, I have already become. For was grace that brought me safe this far, and the grace will lead us home. Amazing grace, how sweet, sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. I was blind, but now I can see. I was blind, but now I see. God in the day is still God in the night. Life is easy when you're on top of the mountain. You've got peace of mind like you never know. Yeah, but things change when you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, or you're never alone. For the God of the mountain is still God in the day. When things goes wrong, He'll make them right. And God of the good times is still God in the bad times. God in the day is still God in the night. You talk of faith, you're on top of the mountain, but talk to me easy. When life at its best, but it's down in the valley of trials and temptation. That's when your faith is really put to the test. Lord of mercy, for the God on the mountain is still caught in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. Part of the good times is still caught in the bad times. Caught in the day is still caught in the night. Caught in the day, yeah, it's caught in the night. Lord of mercy, when things goes wrong, make them cry. Yeah. Oh, bye. Lord of mercy. God in the day, God in the night. All I've got now is all to Jesus. I surrender all to Him. I freely give. I will ever love and trust Him in His presence daily. I surrender all. I surrender all. All to Thee, my precious Savior. I surrender all. All to Jesus, I surrender. Humbly at His feet I bow. Worldly pleasures all forsaken. Take me, Jesus, take me now. I surrender all. I surrender all. All to Thee, my precious Savior. I surrender all. All to Jesus, I surrender. Make me Savior, Holy Christ. Let me feel Thy Holy Spirit. Truly know that Thou art mine. I surrender all. I surrender all. All to Thee, my precious Savior. Oh, I surrender all. All to Jesus, I surrender. All to Him I freely give. I Jesus, I surrender. Humbly at His feet I bow. Worldly pleasures all forsaken. Take me, Jesus, take me now.
If you only believe. Sitting at home all alone, wondering what tomorrow may bring. He of little faith, dig deeper within. Healing the sick, He raised the dead, He walked on the sea. He worked miracles if you only believe. Only believe, only believe. All things are possible if you only believe. Only believe, only believe. All things are possible if you only believe. Lord, show me the way to do your will, and I will obey. I wanna be your servant. On my knees I pray. Lord, give me strength to carry on. Please lead the way, because I believe. I believe. Oh, I believe that all things are possible if you only believe. Only believe. Only believe. All things are possible if you only believe. Sitting at home, all alone, wondering what tomorrow may bring. He of little faith, dig deeper within. Healing the sick, he raised the dead, he walked on the sea. He worked miracles if you only believe. Only believe. Only believe. All things are possible if you only believe. Only believe. Only believe. All things are possible if you only believe. If you only This is a message, Lord. I've got to say to you, I'm so tired of living a humble and country life. When you were attracted to the bright city lights, you had a lot of money to spend on pretty girls and lovely things, just living it up as if you were a king. You had a whole lot of friends that you treated a vintage boy. But when the money went out, they didn't stick around this time. There was a famine on the land, and you didn't really have a dime. So you had to go out to stay and feed with swine. But I will rise and go to my Father. I will rise and go to my Lord. No, I'm not worthy to be your son, but I could still be your servant. So I will rise and go to my Lord. There was a time when you realized that you went wrong, when you found out how material things have gone. You've been living like a rolling stone, no more will you roam. For there's a welcome for the prodigal son back home. I will rise and go to my Father. I will rise and go to my Lord. No, I'm not worthy to be your son, but I could still be your servant. I will arise and go to my Lord. When the son had chose to take that journey home, he didn't know his father would have compassion on his soul. He hugged and kissed his son so cold and dressed him in fancy clothes. He put ring on his fingers and shoes on his feet to show. I will rise and go to my Father. I will rise and go to my Lord. Though I'm not worthy to be your son, but I servant. I will arise and go to my Lord. I will arise and go to my Father. I will rise. Where do I go? Tell me now. Leaving below in this old sinful world, only a comfort I can't afford. Striving alone to face temptation so. Where do I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to save me in the head. Where would I go but to my Lord? Life here is grand with friends I love so deep. Comfort I get from
Shensia with a message to you from myself and the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Shen Yangs, everyone say wear a mask, where the numbers drop. I don't want COVID, lay you down flat. Nose and mouth, you fi cover up that. Oh, 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 oh. Sanitize or get hospitalized. Fight the virus, then fight for your life, yeah. Nobody talk about say you no response no more. Don't be reckless, cause you test so you not have it. You can still get the virus from somebody. Don't be reckless, cause you test so you not have it. You can still get the virus. So keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people you're around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Yeah. Keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people you're around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
Father God, well, Lord, your love has made me strong, and for that, I'm all yours. Well, yeah, Lord of mercy. Oh God, I'll never find the words, the Lord, to tell you how I feel, dear God. Mere words could not explain. Yeah. Gracious Lord, you held my life within your hand, created everything I had, taught me how to live again. Only you care when I needed a friend, making my promise. Oh, oh, this song is for you, filled with gratitude and love. Oh Lord, I thank you. You make me feel brand new. For blessing me, I adore you. Almighty God, I love you. I sing this song for you. Father God, I adore you. Yeah. My Lord, whenever I was insecure, you build me up and made me sure. You gave my sense of pride back to me. Only you care when I needed a friend, making my promise. Oh, oh, this song is for you, filled with gratitude and love. I
Hottest station with the hottest music.
island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash, no paper, no dash, no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty of Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty of Jamaica, no dirty of Jamaica, no dirty of Jamaica, no dirty of Jamaica.
Father God,
Most High,
to you I give all the glory. Yeah. Be not dismayed, whatever betide, God will take care of you.
hear that?
Beneath his wings of love abide, God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day, all the way.
Mercy.
He will take care of you. God will take care of you. No matter what may be the test, God will take care of you. Lean everyone about the Lord, and He will take care of you.
Mercy.
God will take care of you through every day, all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. Lord of mercy. No matter what sickness it may be, yeah. No matter what problems you're going through, no matter
If the rebel in me can touch the rebel in you, and the rebel in you.
Oh, yes, listeners and viewers, welcome back to Rebel Radio. And we are going to go over to Guyana. You know, we at Rebel Radio have our eyes and ears in Guyana, and we have online the opposition leader, Mr. Aubrey Norton. Good evening, Mr. Norton.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. And I have been observing that there's been a lot of activities between last week and this week. I see, first of all, you had this 100th anniversary for the late Prime Minister Forbes Burnham. And I also saw where there was a reported incident where some Afro-Guyanese students were attacked by Indians, and I would say this week seems to be a week of activities in Guyana. How was that commemorative service for the late Forbes Burnham?
Well, you know, today is its 100th birth anniversary.
Yes.
And we in the party which he would have come from, which is the People's National Congress, which is the largest party in the coalition, we have planned a year of activities that kicked off yesterday with a church service. There are a number of activities. Today, the photographic exhibition started in one of the regions, Region 10 Linden. There's a symposium today. There was a cycle race on Sunday. Unfortunately, the government is non-supportive of the activities, even though Forbes Burnham was the founding father of Guyana. It is true as well that African children were attacked by Indo-Guyanese children. We have said clearly that it is the attitude of the government and its approach to racism that has resulted in this kind of activity, which is unwelcome at this time. But when I spoke with you before, I did point out to you that, and to your audience, that the PPP is very discriminatory in nature, and there is a lot of evidence of that. And so we believe that what has happened is that a lot of the children and the people in that Woodley Park school area took the cue from the government and became very much involved in these racist comments.
Yes.
The government has said that it will investigate, and so we await the outcome of that investigation.
Yes, sir.
So, but other than that, the police have executed here a young man named Quinlan Bacchus, and Quinlan Bacchus, it resulted in protests by Guyanese here, and towards the end of last week, the government trumped up charges again to intimidate the African Guyanese community and Guyanese generally, because clearly they produced no evidence of any terrorist act.
Yes.
But the government proceeded to use the Guyana police force, which they have politicized. We have seen many cases in Guyana where the matter is forwarded to the DPP and it takes months. In under a week, in under 5 days, the DPP recommend charges for these persons.
Mm-hmm.
We see it as political harassment. We see it as an attempt to intimidate our people as the PPP becomes more involved in its dictatorial activities. We see this as a clear attempt to essentially drive fear into people so that as the government commits its atrocities, etc., then people will be afraid to protest. So that is where we are at this stage.
Yes, yes.
I also point out that the government refused to allow school children to attend the Forbes Burnham Centenary exhibition. Of course, at least one school that isn't a government school attended, but we think it is disrespectful and childish for the government to refuse to allow students to visit what I will call an innocuous photographic exhibition. So, and this came right on the heels of the very Ministry of Education permitting students to visit a private businessman property on a tour.
Huh.
So we see the standards.
Yes, yes, yes. This listening to you, Mr. Norton, you know, these things sound very petty. You know, for example, I can't understand why the government would try to downplay, downplay the commemorative service for Forbes Burnham. Forbes Burnham is one of the Caribbean, one of the leaders, one of the early leaders in the Caribbean. And therefore, I find it very childish for the government to be doing that. What is civil society in Guyana saying about that?
They have not said anything, at least that we would have heard of. But in essence, what happens is the People's Progressive Party, over the years, they have consistently denied Burnham's contribution to the development of Guyana. And so all the activities that were generally held were done by the political party without any support from the government. And so while we know it is petty, we didn't expect anything different. The PPP tries to rewrite the history of Guyana and to expunge Burnham's contribution. Though Burnham was the initiator of CARIFESTA, played a significant role in Caribbean integration, though it was Forbes Burnham who put in place most of the institutions in Guyana, the National Insurance Scheme, the Bank of Guyana, though it was Forbes Burnham who laid the basis for the infrastructure in Guyana, the PPP consistently denies that reality. And they do everything to ensure Burnham is only portrayed in a negative way.
Yes.
So that has been their agenda over the years, and on many occasions, they even try to rewrite history, and we will have to end up correcting it.
Okay. It's that's very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
But it is our reality.
Yes, sir. Yes. And as you said a while ago, that they have taken their opposition to the extent that the children, they bar children from attending one of the functions for the late Prime Minister.
Yes, we had today a photographic exhibition in which really all what have happened is that they will visit the exhibition, see photographs and books of Forbes Burnham, booklets, etc.
Yes.
And there were also speeches of Forbes Burnham being played. You know, he was a great orator.
Yes, of
and
course.
So we thought it would be good for some of them to hear it. But when that was approaching, the government sent out a notice which suggested that only acceptable places could be visited. And in the very process, when we wrote them seeking permission for students to attend the exhibition, they refused and said that the students will not be allowed, claiming that the Mashramani celebrations and the children costume competition is on. Well, it's at a different time. And mind you, not all children participate in those competitions. So we see it as another childish political move aimed at ensuring that the young population doesn't get a true reflection of who Forbes Burnham was and to Guyana. So we see it in that context.
Yes. What has happened to those residents who were bulldozed a couple of weeks ago?
Well, we have been, and a number of Guyanese overseas, Guyanese here, have been working with them, helping them to rebuild their lives. The government has not engaged them. Their lawyers wrote them seeking to engage the government before legal action is taken. So at this point, there is really no response from the government that I know of. And as far as the government operation goes, they operate as if they did nothing. And it is the usual arrogance and racism as practiced by the government. So I sense this will end up in the courts to seek redress.
Okay. And in the late last year to this year, there were I saw where the opposition had taken some matters to court. More than one case. Update us on what has been happening with those court cases.
Well, they are moving through the courts slowly. The the election petition, I think they just had both sides present. I'm not in command of the details.
Yes.
I know that we one asking the courts to determine what is meant by meaningful consultation, because the government seems to feel that they can give you a list of people and all they got to do is to talk to you, and that constitutes consultation, when we believe it should be really meaningful and that there should be quality exchanges on the persons. What the government is seeking to do is to put their activists and operatives in all the commissions so that the independence of the commission is removed. So that is one. In court, the local government election matter is also in court. And even while that matter is before the court, they are going ahead and they have announced a new date for election. So we will have to deal with that. But in large measure, the government dominates and controls the judicial system here. And we will have to do what is necessary to achieve our objectives. In this society, there's a lot of fear. Business people, you ask about civil society, a lot of the civil society operatives are very aware of the fact that most of the resources in this society are distributed by the state, and to offend the state is to really deprive yourself of contracts, etc. And so a lot of them are not disposed to condemning the government when it does wrong. And I would say that while there are these cases before, I think there are many more that will have to go to the courts because the government is non-responsive to public concerns.
What about the list? The list for the local government elections? What action?
They have released a new list. Of course, the list is still bloated. You have 750,000 Guyanese, and the list has 682,000 people. While the very Ministry of Education is saying that there are 250,000 students, they continue to hide behind the fact that the Chief Justice said that you cannot remove the people from the list like that, even though we said to them we are prepared to cooperate with them so that we can amend the legislation to ensure that we have a clean voters list. They are busy pushing ahead without any concerns about the list. They clearly do not want biometrics at the place of poll, so the struggle for a clean voters list will continue with a government that is non-responsive.
Yes. And then what is when is the new date for elections?
They said the 12th of June.
Yes. Okay. And then
again, I mean it's so awkward to me that they will know that a lot of the polling stations are schools, and you're going to put the election in the middle of the CSEC exams. What that means is that they intend to use private places that they control to be able to achieve their objective. We must also note that they have already gerrymandered some of the boundaries, and that is an issue we're also addressing, because what they have done is areas that generally that the coalition, the AP and UAFC would win, they have added areas from PPP strongholds to those. So in large measure, they are through electoral gerrymandering seeking to win more local government areas. And so there are a lot of issues to be addressed here.
So you're saying that they intend to use private properties as polling stations?
Yes, it does appear so, because if you are going to, I don't think they can change the date for CSEC exams. And even though when you have election, that day is a holiday, what will happen is that they can't change it because CSEC would have already set out its timetable.
Yes.
I don't see how they're going to make that I don't see how they're going to make that day a holiday in the circumstance, and therefore the alternative will be to go to private property. And once you have an election commission structure, that's how this one is structured, and not independent, they are likely to use PPP people home, which we have had bad experiences with over the years.
Well. And that matter with the ambassador who was in India, who behaved undiplomatic. What has been the final outcome of that case?
The government said that they have recalled him. Outside of that, we have heard nothing. No one know where he is. And so, in fact, the government was hiding it. If it didn't come into the public domain, nobody would have known because it occurred a while back. And the government clearly showed that they have no interest in diplomacy and allowed a high commissioner to be very disrespectful to a female, using the most obscene of language, and then just merely said, oh, we have recalled him. Nothing else has happened.
Yes. And there were reports that the government was trying to recruit outsiders and to make them into provide them with Guyanese citizenship. What has happened to that?
There is some amount of that. We are monitoring it. But the one that is worse is that there's a law in Guyana which says that if you live in Guyana for 1 year and you're from the Commonwealth, you can be allowed to vote. This is one that is worrying because we know they have a company recruiting workers out of India. And if they bring 30 to 40,000 Indians here, then they will almost immediately remove the scope for free and fair election, because elections in Guyana are determined by 1 or 2 seats. And so that is something that we're looking at and we'll have to deal with. Probably recommend amendments that those people who are coming to work shouldn't be seen as Commonwealth citizens who come here to live and earn a living, but more or less people that are being brought by the government with the intention of beefing up their support so that they can stay in power. So that is one that we have to confront.
Okay. So they're making it possible for, first of all, they are recruiting Indian workers, and then they are going to provide them, make them into provide them with Guyanese citizenship. That's what
they don't have to provide. No, they don't have to provide them with citizenship. Like I said, the laws in Guyana say if you are a member of the Commonwealth and you live in Guyana for a year, you're entitled to vote.
Okay.
In other words, let's assume you as a Jamaican come here and you spend a year. You can register and vote. You don't have to be a citizen. You just have to be a Commonwealth. And so that is an opening that the government is seeking to use. And while there is a lot of unemployment here, they continuously talk about a shortage of labor, a shortage of skilled labor. And I assume they are preparing the conditions to realize this scheme to bring Indians to Guyana and to beef up their support as such.
Yes. Then what the opposition intend to do about that?
Well, I don't want to get into too much detail, but I know for sure we will have a motion. We will have to put a motion in the parliament dealing with it, because it cannot be allowed to be left like that. And then see where it goes from there.
Yes. Earlier on, you spoke about the politicization of the judiciary and the police force.
Yeah.
Now, that is a very serious. Those are serious charges. What is the opposition doing about that?
Well, if you know how Guyana's laws are structured, once you have simple majority, many of these things could be done. The issue of the judiciary is a very difficult one to deal with, because if you follow the election period when there were problems, what you saw was a lot of times,
yes.
For instance, in the final case, when the issue was, for the want of a better word, resolved, what they did was put two judges sympathetic to the PPP, and they voted in a way that allowed them to get their way, and the outcome of the election was determined by that.
Yes.
Now we have to strategize on how to deal with this situation, because also some of the judges have retired, which would have created the conditions for them to now appoint judges that are pro-PPP, and that can further compromise the judicial system.
Okay. How are judges appointed in Guyana? Just by the government, or there's a body that does that?
Well, at present, it should be the Judicial Service Commission that recommends to the president. At present, there is no Judicial Service Commission. And even if you put a Judicial Service Commission, and that is why we ask for clarification and meaningful consultation, because what the PPP is like to do is to stock the Judicial Commission with their people, and therefore it will just be a formality rather than any serious consideration by an independent judiciary.
Okay, I see. Well, Mr. Norton, I want to thank you very much for your contribution this afternoon. And
thanks.
Yes, we keep an eye on what is happening in Guyana. So we will keep to be continued. Thank you.
But all I would say is I'm disposed and willing, and feel free at any time.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
To you and your audience, have a good evening.
Yes, sir. Right.
Okay, then thanks a lot.
Yes. That was the leader of the opposition in Guyana, Mr. Harbury Norton. And we have to keep our eyes on what is happening in Guyana, because things are not pretty over there at all. Certainly not pretty. But we'll keep you informed. We'll keep you informed on what is happening over there. Lots of irregular things, irregularities. Things that are well, I must say that, when I talk to the people in Guyana, I have to say, but really, what is happening? Because they sound so strange. We wonder if, sometimes we have to wonder if really those things could really happen in Jamaica. But it is really surprising though. We know that Forbes Burnham was, one of the Caribbean leaders. And when you hear what is happening over there now, it is strange, very strange, that the government is trying to, but this is part of the racism in we are going to have Bobby. Bobby, are you there? Yes. Yes, Bobby, are you there? Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. And I was just talking to the opposition leader in Guyana, and I was just commenting on the host of irregularities taking place in that Caribbean country. I mean, politically, the political parties, the government is doing a lot of things which are out of order, Yes. So what's on your mind, my brother? I mean, so many.
It seems as if that all of us now are riding in the same ship.
Yes.
Because if you check the other country, Jamaica, we could say the same for irregularities that have been happening here.
Yes. Yes.
I'm getting a feedback. I don't know what it's causing, but it's feedback. I don't know if you're hearing it.
No, I am not hearing it. I'm hearing you very loud and clear.
Okay, all right, good, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We are faced here with a lot of irregularities. And, it seems like it's a world crisis.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And, the sad thing is the best, I think the best of us have passed and gone.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's my feel. Because, last night I was listening to some clips, some dancehall clips.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you had some lewd music and all of that then, it is not what it is now. It has gone to the dogs that anything goes. And, I keep on saying to my younger friends that I am almost sure if you have an audience of 100, 90% will be moving to the music and audience of mixed generation, mixed. I'm almost sure that 90% of those who are there will be moving to the older music as to what is being played now.
Yes.
Yes. But it is sad to see the direction that our world is going in. And let us come closer to home. That home is going in, because at least there's a time when we could say, no, not Jamaica. No, everything that is considered to be bad is here.
Yes.
And we find all different kind of excuses as to defend our actions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you are listening. Well, you should have. That report that was passed on by the Integrity Commission.
Yes. Yes.
And I get to understand that the accuser was pardoned.
I don't think pardon is what happened. The director of prosecution in the Integrity, the Commission's department, said that the charges were not strong enough to indict, to charge the Prime Minister.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
So yes, he committed breaches, but when she examined the report by the director of investigations, is that yes, there were breaches there, but not strong enough to be taken to court. Because one of the factors was that the time, because these offenses, these breaches were committed between 2006, 2009, thereabout, you know. So it's over 10 years. And they are just being brought to well, no, they were brought to the public's attention by an investigative journalist, Zara Burton. But I mean, they are now just being investigated officially. But you must have heard also that the criticism that has been leveled against the Integrity Commission. And the Integrity Commission responded to that. And when you look at what the Integrity Commission said, that under the law which governs their operation, they could not release both reports at the same time, although they had the reports, you know. But the laws under which they operate prevented them from releasing the two reports at the same time.
Okay. So you're saying to me then that because this thing happened 10 years ago, then the Prime Minister cannot be charged for it.
Yeah, and the not only the period of time, but the charge, the allegations, and this is what the director of prosecution is saying, is that it will be challenging for a criminal case to be forward against the Prime Minister.
But it was not challenging though for us to charge the man who took a dozen active to go and feed his family.
Well, you know something, Bobby. One of the things that you must have observed, you know, how the laws are executed in Jamaica, you know, is that the rich and powerful, there is one law for them and another law for the poor and powerless, you know.
Yes, it is.
Because right now, a lot of the criticism is that the Prime Minister has been embarrassed, the office has been embarrassed, and the country has been embarrassed. This country, the Prime Minister has been presided over some of the most barefaced corruptions since he took over as Prime Minister. As a matter of fact, Jamaica is rated as a very poor rating on the corruption index, you know. Jamaica. So Jamaica has been placed in a position of embarrassment because of corruption over the years.
But my mother would say that our shame-free chat down.
Okay.
So we don't have no shame.
Okay. So when
once we are getting what we want, it doesn't matter neither here nor there how embarrassing it is to us.
Okay.
Because we are teaching our generation, our younger generation, know that anything goes. Pass it what it will.
Yes, sir.
So irrespective of the embarrassment that it will cause, it doesn't matter neither here nor there.
Yeah. Well,
we had the likes of Royal Reid, who was accused of taking some money from the education ministry and other persons, and nothing came of it other than something came of it other than he got another $25 million and walked away.
Yes.
Now, what is it that we are saying?
But he has been charged, though. He has been charged. He has
been charged.
Yes, Royal Reid has been charged. His wife, Royal Reid, his wife, Professor the Professor Fitz Pinnock and a councillor from
So
St.
what was the $25 million for?
That was for payment as principal at that college of Jamaica, JC. Yeah.
No. I would just love to understand the message that we are sending to our young people. Because with all of these persons, Mr. Ruel Reid also is known to be a minister of religion.
Yes.
Now, what message are we sending to our young people?
Very, very bad message. Very bad message. Very, very bad. Very negative. And Ruel Reid was also first an advisor and a close associate of the Prime Minister.
And we wonder why is it that all the persons who are close to the Prime Minister find themselves in all of these distributes?
Okay. So
we wonder why.
we have to wonder, because one of the Prime Minister also close associate has been charged in relation to the land problem out in St. Catherine there. The same land problem that he told Parliament that gangsters, that criminal gangs were involved in the selling of land out there. And the only person who has been charged so far is a principal of a school in his constituency. So
you know, the other day I asked you to ponder on what these three countries have done for this country. England, America, and China.
Yes.
I don't know if you had looked into it.
Well,
but you know,
yes.
One of my thoughts have always been that we need a country like China to take over Jamaica and get rid of the green and the orange that we have in the country, destroying it.
Yes.
Because this is what I see, you know. This is what I have observed. That the minds of the people of this country are not been developed. And if any are developed, in short order, once they realize what is happening, they leave the country.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you find yourself with are, I don't even want to say it, but we need to take a different turn. And the turn that we're going to take is not going to be made by the persons who we have leading us now, neither in opposition or in government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We need a different set of people to take this country and put it on the right path.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Because it cannot be fair. It cannot be fair, again, that even though she has been charged, you know, let that one also stay. But the injustice that is dished out. Have you seen the report on the amount of tickets that has been issued since the new road traffic act in place? I saw a report.
Yeah, I think I saw something like it was $5 million.
No, man, way more than that, man. 30-something million dollars, the tickets amount to.
Yo, $30 million in 6 days.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Yes. No, how swift we are on catching the little small men. But how slow, if any movement at all, to catch the big fish of this country. Huh?
Yeah.
The guys who are ripping this country apart.
Yeah.
You remember some time ago, I think it was last year it is. Last year around the Easter period. You remember when it came out that 124 million was missing from the Ministry of Education?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes, yes.
And you remember what happened shortly after that came out? Because the royal rating was in the air, and then that came out. You remember what happened?
Remind me.
All of a sudden, we heard about a pastor who was killing and making sacrifice, and that took the headline.
Yes.
That took the news, and we heard nothing at all again about the 124 million that was missing from the ministry.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, Bobby, we have run out. We have exhausted our time. We have to continue this discussion because what we are talking about is so important. Very important.
It's issues.
Yes.
Issues that have to drive us into a hole.
Yeah.
That we can't come out of.
Yeah, these are the issues, and we have to keep them on the agenda because some people wouldn't want us to talk about these things. But
no, they won't.
Yeah,
they would not.
Yeah.
But I would love for us to continue this conversation if it's possible tomorrow because I want us to dive into that China, Jamaica, and England issue and America issue.
All right, we'll talk off the air and set another date, right?
All right, my brother. Cool. Thanks for having me again.
Thank you very much, Bobby. And we have come to the end of our broadcast for today. I want to thank all our listeners and viewers and participants, and here at Rebel Radio, we try and keep the issues, the relevant issues, the issues which affect the lives of the people. So, stay safe. This is Rebel Radio. Keep listening.
Over the world, victory to win.